Hi guys, and welcome to another video with me, Shira Star Hobby. As you can see, I have my paper doll collection, part of it, out. I have been wanting to make this video for a little while, and I was waiting for my newest paper dolls to arrive. I apologize if my voice sounds kind of off. I have been sick this week. But I am feeling better, and I've been wanting, like I said, to make this video. And since I am in the process of packing up my doll room, I decided to get this filmed before I start packing things away. Excuse me. So these are my childhood paper dolls. The rest of the paper dolls that I will be showing you are the ones that I've gotten now that I'm older. And so these bring back so many good memories for me. I was able to, I don't know if you remember back in the 90s, they would have like these super awesome flyers in the mail. And I remember getting one for Joann Fabrics, and in Joann Fabrics, they had these little paper dolls, and the fashions that came with them were actual clothing, like real clothing. So like the paper doll itself was drawn, but like her clothing was like a photograph of a real outfit. And these were like the very first ones that I remember getting. And they were free, you know, because they came in the flyer that everybody got in the mail. And so I loved them, and I cut those out, and I did that. This was one of those Cinderella activity books paper dolls, and I taped her so that she was like laminated. And then she had like 2 stock outfits from the coloring book, and then I drew some as well for her. And then her little stand that you could, you know, you bend that and you slide this through here, and then she stands on her own. I also had this one, which is hand drawn, and I can't remember if it was my sister or my mom. It was one of them who drew it. And if you could tell, she's very Puerto Rican. She's dark skinned with dark hair, and she's got very like island type style dresses. And so I've had this a very long time. I don't really remember, like I said, who did it, but she's, you know, she is part of my collection. This is Carmen. She was a dollar store find back when the dollar store had really cool things, and you could go there and you could find all types of paper dolls. I remember going to the dollar store with my mom, and there was 5 of us growing up, so she would always let us pick 1 or 2 things at the dollar store. And I always remember getting this one and this one at the dollar store. And I was just like so excited about it, and I just loved it. And like, these were such intricate outfits, and she's beautiful, and she's missing her feet, but it's okay because the majority of these outfits have the feet drawn in there. So, and then of course you've got your typical tiny Barbie paper doll, which, like I said, this was another dollar store. I think the book itself was 29 cents, and it's Barbie with all of her fashions. Like, how cool is that? Like, that is just worth all 29 cents, you know? This is probably one of my favorite ones. This is Betty the Ballerina. She's huge too. She's like an actual doll size. And then she comes with all these beautiful ballerina fashions. She's got like stage lighting and flowers and things that you can set up to play with her. She's one of my favorites. I drew her a lot of fashions as well to go with her. And then these 3 sets back here are from when I was a little bit older, and I want to say those belong to my sisters. I'm not sure how they ended up in my collection, but they did. These two, I'm not really sure who they are as far as like the names that they came with, but when we played with those, my sister was obsessed with the X-Files, and so we just named them Mulder and Scully. And they're like 1980s superstars or something, because a lot of their outfits have like microphones and they're very musical related. So I'm thinking that they were some type of duet pop duo group. I don't even know if they were based on any real characters or if they were just made up characters. And then of course you've got like original Barbie, because you know she's from like the 80s, but she's got like the big hair, and then she's got the fabulous outfits, and then Aladdin and Jasmine, plus there's an actual genie and a Boo as well. And so these have all been they have a plastic sleeve that I keep them in, which is probably why they've stayed in such good condition all these years. But yeah, I remember playing with these growing up during my childhood, and like I remember going to the store and seeing what kind of paper dolls I could find. And I mean, paper dolls have always been part of I've always considered them part of my collection, because they are, and for a lot of people who can't afford dolls or whose parents couldn't afford dolls, like this was it, But now that I'm older and I can afford like higher quality paper dolls, I have actually bought several that I was really impressed with, and I wanted to share those with you as well. So I'm gonna pause for a minute and I'll be right back. So to pick up where I left off, you guys know of Oscar. He is a paper boy that Marina created based on her original concept art of Oscar back when she first started sculpting him. I want to say 2017, 2018. And unfortunately, you can't purchase the hard copies of Oscar Paperboy anymore. I do believe that there is a PDF form of him that you can purchase and then download to your computer and then print out at home. But I'm not sure as far as how accessible that is, because I believe that she has that option on one of her Russian-based social media groups. So it might be harder for us internationals to get on that platform and make an account and do all that. But she did have several of these available at one point where she actually physically had them printed out and you could purchase them from her. At the price point of, I want to say he was $25, something like that. And so I was in love with Oscar. I am still in love with Oscar. All Oscar, everything Oscar. I love all her new works, but Oscar was my first love of hers, so he will always be my favorite. The fact that he has 5 different faces, plus, he's the first doll that I ever really liked magnetic ear parts on. He's just kind of like, he represents my entire collection, basically. But she did create an Oscar Paperboy with several different outfits, several different hair pieces, shoes, accessories, masks, all types of things. She did an amazing job with him. This is my Oscar scrapbook, and he is in here for now. I might take him out because he's just taped in here temporarily. So I might take him out and put him on display with my other paper dolls once I am settled in my new house and everything. But that's the first part of this wave of new paper dolls that I wanted to show you. Excuse me. The next one is kind of like a show and tell, because if you guys have seen this, if you follow me, you've seen this. This is my Ita pin bag with all of my doll related pins. So when I started collecting enamel pins seriously, I started looking for doll artists who made enamel pins that you could purchase. Now, when I one of the very first artists who made enamel pins available for their dolls was Mary Doll Round. I'm having difficulties here because I'm doing this one-handed. I'm holding the camera with one hand and I'm trying to zip open the other one. Okay, let's see here. All right. So Mary Doll Round is a Spanish artist. Her real name is Nuria Torres, and she created dolls like Dango and Cook and Moose and are her Pygmy line. And then her SD dolls are like Fang and Zuri. And then she's got a new line of dolls called the Coppelia line, which is like a 30 centimeter sized doll. Well, before that, she created enamel pins like this one here, which I got her in both shades. So she did her in tan with pink and blue, and then she did her in white with blue and silver. And then she did other pins like this one, and I got her in both shades as well, which is this one and this one. Then she also created individual enamel pins for each of her face sculpts for her big dolls. And those ones I have never been able to find because I think she only did like a limited run of them, and they were only available at like doll shows, like, you know, like doll events. And so when I started seriously considering enamel pins as a collection, I purchased those from her website directly, and with them came Coppelia, the paper doll. And so it's 2 pieces. The other part has her arms and her dress, and then of course she gives you instruction on how to put them together. I haven't yet because I am debating whether or not to put her together and then put her in a shadow box of some kind with a background, so it looks like she's like a 3D doll. So that's Coppelia, and she was free with that purchase. I don't know if you can still get these Coppelia paper dolls from Mary Doll Round. I don't know if they're on her website. I don't know if she's limiting them to, you know, doll events. I can't really say. I don't know much about how she's doing things nowadays. I haven't had one of her dolls in quite some time, but I am happy that I do have this Coppelia paper doll, and she is part of my collection. So that's one of the new paper dolls that I got. And then there's a BJD artist that goes by Eternal Dolls. And when I say artist, I mean seamstress. Because she doesn't have her own BJD per se. Not that I know of, I don't think. She does costumes like these, really intricate, full sets for your dolls that include, you know, headpieces and all types of jewelry and really, you know, kind of steampunk, apocalyptic type look. And so she released this BJD inspired paper doll sometime. It had to have been last year or the year before. I don't remember how long I've had her. But you can see here that she's got joints drawn in like a real BJD, and then she's got 2 different hairstyles. And then she's got 5 different outfits, all with these really cool boots that you can, you know, change out. And of course, I haven't printed it, or I haven't cut her out because I haven't decided whether or not I want to like display her, or if I just want to like frame her or scrapbook her or something. I haven't, you know, cut her out yet. But this is another paper doll that I paid for. And of course, they print them out on like really nice, high quality paper for you, which is part of the cost. But this is another girl in my newly renowned BJD collection, and she also came with individual stickers of her in each outfit, which I think is really cool. So that's another new girl. And then these are the ones that I've been waiting for that just arrived yesterday. They are from a Russian artist by the name of Polina Inyakina, and she is a doll artist. Plus, she does her own paper dolls. She has tutorials on her YouTube channel. She makes dolls for sale as well. Excuse me. Her dolls are relatively hard to find because they sell out so fast, and they usually sell within her own country. So overseas sales are something that she doesn't seem to be all that interested in, because she has such a popular response within her own country, and that way she doesn't have to worry about shipping internationally or losing a package internationally or anything like that. So whether or not I'll have a doll of hers in my collection is probably not going to happen, but I was able to support her this way by buying some of her merch from her shop. So I wanted to share with you the paper dolls that I got, because this is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 paper dolls just right here. And so I wanted to show you guys, more closely the amazingness that is this artist. So just give me 1 second, and I will get these opened for you so I can show you more in detail. So part 1 of this kind of unboxing of these paper dolls is a 3-set fairy tale inspired character set. So we've got Little Red Riding Hood, we got Snow White, and we've got Alice in Wonderland. So these are all hand drawn by her, and then she had them reproduced on really, really nice high quality paper. And she provides you with the hardware to put them together, these are called brads. And then she even has magnets. The magnets are for, I'm not sure if they're for the stands or if they're for like the headpieces. But I love that she basically gives you everything that you need to put them together. All you need is patience and a really good sharp pair of scissors to make sure that you get all the cuts just right. But they come in this really cute, nice folder, which is art in itself. I mean, you can cut this out and you can frame that and bam. So there's 3 sets of girls, and then with each girl comes 1 page with the doll on it, like so. So here's Alice with all of her, like her upper arms, her lower arms, her hands, her torso, her upper thigh, her lower legs. And then you put the brads in each of these little holes. That way they can move, and you can pose them like a real doll. And then she's got all these accessories that you can display with her. And I can't get over the beautifulness of these paper dolls. And this is really thick, really, really nice, high quality paper. The Russians don't know how to not be good quality. I can say that with certainty because Russian artists are probably my favorite. I might be biased because Marina, but they know what top quality is, and they take so much pride in their work. I feel like when it comes to dolls and things that are handmade like that. Here is Snow. Look at how gorgeous she is. I mean, look at her little fairy bunny friend. I mean, what? It's just pure magic. Her art style is something out of this world. Here is Little Red Riding Hood. I mean, she's absolutely magnificent. The way she draws is just wonderful. And her dolls look like her drawings. That's how stunning they are. Which is why you can understand, you know, why I want one so badly. Excuse me. So the outfits come on a separate page. So here's Alice's outfit. Her traditional blue dress with the apron. Then she's got her tea and her cookies and all that good stuff. And then we've got Little Red Riding Hood's outfit with her grandma's basket and all her cuteness. We've got Snow's outfit with her mirror, mirror on the wall. Absolutely wonderful. Just, I love all the detail work. And then she sent 3 of the same exact page for each girl. 3 pages, 1 for each girl with this is their stand. You know, this is all. These dolls are meant to be put together and displayed. That's how she wanted them. And she sends along directions and shows you basically how to put them together. And what's really nice is that she has a YouTube channel where she physically herself cuts these out, puts them together, and shows you how to do it. Yes, she speaks in Russian, so you'll have to either, you know, auto-translate it to English or just watch her. But she is just something else completely. Her art, her dolls, her everything makes my heart happy. So I would like to place another order. And get a few more things before I'm not able to. We shall see how that goes. It took about a month for these to arrive, which, like I said, is normal, standard Russian shipping. I can't complain, especially with the way things are now and with the time of year that it is. Packages are always going to be a little bit slow this time of year. But anyway, these are 3 witches. She has made a previous set of witches, so this is her second collection of witches. I don't know what her first collection of witches are. I'd have to scroll back through her feed to find them. They're not available anymore, or else I would have gotten those too. So these are all complete sets of paper doll displays. They come with individual parts that you have to cut, put together. This folds out into like a 3D display, and the doll herself can be moved around and displayed within that, you know, within that little diorama basically. So she comes with a set of stickers. She comes with all the hardware she needs to be put together. Here's the doll herself, plus a page of fashions, plus shelving that goes inside of the diorama, plus her stand, which is this really fancy cauldron. She has her own broom. She's got this decoration that goes here, and then instructions. So each girl has a story. That story is written on the back of her page. Of course, it's written in Russian, so I can't tell you what her story is, but they're all witches, and they're all either sisters or they're just all like in the same group. And they each have their own witch hat. They each have their own outfit with their own familiar. And just the detail that goes into these is incredible. So I just was super excited to be able to purchase these. I am just in love with all of them. They're all beautiful. I wish I could have one of her dolls. Here's another one, complete. Here's her familiar, her kitty. Here's her fashions, her stand, cauldron, broom, all of the beautifulness. And I will like, you know, do a slow overview with the camera so you guys can see all the details. This video is probably going to be kind of long. Here's the third witch. Oh, isn't she amazing? She's my favorite probably because she's got stars everywhere. Her little familiar is an owl, and I do like owls a lot. Okay, her dress, that one's my favorite, obviously. Look at, she's got a frog with wings. I mean, what? This stuff is just amazing. Plus, she comes with this beautiful little like table, which it also does stand, you know, 3D on its own. Here's her broom, her cauldron. It's just magic. It's all just magic. Her art style is just beyond words. The last thing I purchased was a scrapbook set of 10 double-sided pages. Now, the last page in this set is actually a paper doll as well. So here she is. Here is the doll herself. She has 1, 2, 3 fashions. She's got headpieces, she's got toys, she's got accessories, she's got plants. I mean, you can set up an entire 3D diorama with her. Another thing that you could do to make her a little bit more stable and to protect her is do a shadow box with her displayed inside of it. And with that idea, you can use all of these amazing papers that came with her as part of her scrapbook set. So you can use these and in decorating her shadow box so that it's an actual doll display, but it's also basically like a picture in a frame on your wall. So I am like, I mean, she can, you know, you can display her in the woods with her little animal friends. It's just, the ideas, the possibilities are endless with this. I am hoping to, like I said, place another order soon. I would like to get another set of her, and I would like to get some other things that she had available in her shop. I wanted to see how this first order went. I wanted to see how long it would take and to make sure that it actually arrived before I purchased more from her. She doesn't have a whole lot as far as dolls and things like that. Like I said, those are usually kind of like she posts them 1 minute and the next minute they're gone type deals. I'm not gonna attempt to try to get one of her dolls. I am pretty satisfied with this lot. This is basically like I just got a bunch of dolls from her, you know, because these are all individually drawn and they're all their own characters, and I can display them like a doll on my shelf, and it's gonna be wonderful. It's gonna be absolutely wonderful, and I really wanted to share them with you guys. So another thing that I want to share with you is a way for you guys to get paper dolls regularly, and that also supports the dolly hobby. So just give me 1 second and I'll grab those. Last but not least, if you guys are really interested in collecting paper dolls and you need a way to find them besides just like randomly finding them or, you know, searching on eBay or Etsy, if you subscribe to the yearly subscription of Dolls Magazine, I believe it comes, I don't know if it's every other month or whatever, but you'll get a certain amount of magazines, you know, for the year. And every magazine, at the end of the magazine, has a paper doll in it. And you guys who follow Allison at Muñecas Pupes Dolls know that she is part of Club Grace. And Club Grace, if you've noticed in her unboxings, there is a paper doll in every Club Grace box. And the artist behind that paper doll is Diana Vining. And Diana Vining provides free paper dolls in every magazine that you get in this subscription. So this is a wonderful way to support the doll hobby because you're supporting a magazine about dolls. Then you get all kinds of wonderful information. You get upcoming artists, you know, you get interviews, you get all kinds of just fabulous things. And then you get a treat. Sometimes you get a pattern in here for clothing or something that you can make for your doll. But in every issue of the magazine, a new paper doll is there. So these are only a few magazines that I've gotten free with like doll related things that I've purchased. So I don't have very many. I have, let's see, I got 4. So here's one of them. This one's probably my favorite. She's a little bit more modern. Look at how cute that is. So Diana Vining draws everything. She draws the doll, she draws the hair, the clothing, and all you have to do is cut them out and play. So it's basically like you're getting a free doll with every magazine. And look at how cute this is. I mean, everyone has a different look, like a completely different look, different body styles, then you've got different outfit styles. I mean, it's absolutely wonderful. Oh, I guess I had 5, not 4. Here is a debutante Belle, like gorgeous, just absolutely gorgeous. And again, another one, a June bride with 3 different bridal fashions. I mean, you can't really go wrong. I have been debating every time I get the email in my email for the yearly subscription. I always fight with myself because I love getting dolly inspired or doll related things in the mail, but at the same time I'm like, it's just so much paper and it's like, it's a lot and they get heavy once you've collected so many of them, and it's like trying to move with the least amount of things as possible is already hard enough, me trying to downsize and all that. So I'm really happy that I have this many. But like I said, if you're an avid doll collector or you might not have the funds to get as many dolls as you want, I think the subscription is only like $20-something for the year, maybe. So yeah, so you'll be getting all these awesome magazines plus a free doll per magazine. And this is a really nice way to keep the paper doll hobby alive. I am a huge fan of paper dolls. I've always loved them. I still have my, entire childhood collection of them, and I feel like there's something that I really wanted to mention on my channel in case anybody, felt the same, or if if they've been waiting for a video like this. And I will do closer overview shots of everything. This video is probably going to be a little bit on the longish side, but I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. Even though my voice is all croaky, I hope that you guys are enjoying your weekend and that you guys will enjoy your upcoming holidays with your family and friends. I can't wait to share with you guys the next unboxing, whatever that may be, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.